And there's kickoff in the first game of week 12 with MvFF Newport, season 17, 16, 115, something like that. We've got Warburton Wanderers with the support of Coxie and Jordan against Flabmengo in the grey. Currently undefeated, I think, in all competitions this season. A fantastic season, no doubt. Adrian Kendall. Challenged there by Dan on his 10% tonight. What a fantastic achievement. Tom Bill's going to chase that ball. He's got Tom G in the middle. He squares it. There's a shout there. There's a shout there from Jordan the Borrow. Grant. Save. Knocked in by Jason. Back to Coxie in goal. He's one of the Borrows. Lawrence Payne. Jordan Lewis. He's going to push forward now. Plays into Lawrence. All the way back to Andy in goal. No shout there from his team. Grant dismissed by Walker. Walker gets the ball back. Jordan, a bit of fancy footwork, dispossessed. None of you can see that because I was looking at the game. What a piece of skill. What a ball. Tom in all the space in the world. He's left the ball behind. Just wide. Oh, a fantastic piece of play by Flabmengo. Strike! 0-0. Rain's starting to come down now. Just a light dusting. Just a light dusting. I need to keep an eye on the camera rather than actually watch the game, because it's twice now I've looked down and I'm talking about something that I'm not filming. That's Jake bugged in. Lovely, lovely cross pitch ball to Walker. Puts that over Dacey and the goal. Andy, one of the 6 remaining participants in the Royal Rumble. 3 of those participants actually in this game. Dacey as well, and of course Jason. James Morlin also in the top 6 from the Orange team. And Eddie from the Greens, and I was being silent now and I tried to remember the 6th. And Palmer, of course, from the Blues make up the final 6. Morlin sadly not here tonight, so he will be bowing out of the Royal Rumble. It will be at least a final 5 going into next week, which will be the 11th or 10th week of the Royal Rumble. I think the 11th. We're going back for the foul. And from what I've seen so far, everybody in the Rumble has remained in the Rumble. That's 4. So Jason will be going through to next week, along with Dacey and Andy as well. Eddie will join them, and Palmer, I've yet to see if he can make it a final 5, or will it be a final 4 with the boys just mentioned. Lawrence with a great piece of play to keep the ball. Tom Bill now is blistering down the left wing. Great opening to this match. 4 minutes gone. Grant to Dacey. Intercepted by Walker twice. 3rd time lucky, no. Great persistence there. Jordan with a helpful comment. Back for this thing. There's the goal. A great piece of play by the grey team. Tom G just slotting that underneath Coxie. Dace, you okay? One 0. Straight over the top. Just a little bit too much there for Tom. That's going to go all the way through. Tom finds some space for himself. Dispossessed by Jason. Jason's going to send that now and off. Walker goes. It's a good ball. Just unlucky, just shy of where it needed to be. Was that underarm? They're going to let that go. They're going to let that go. I think it was all right, really. Jordan finds Lawrence. Jordan again. Not quite enough. Grant all the way through to Coxey. 1-0 it remains. As we approach the first 7, where I assume we're going to get changes from the grade team. Great piece of play by Lawrence, finds Jordan. Lawrence with the ball again. He deserves a goal. Oh, it's just wide. Jordan stops Grant. Walk around Dacey. It's not going to happen though. Just that shot. Unless I bend the camera around. That's not going to work. Straight over the top. Not enough Jason to get it down. We find Scan in the middle. There's the strike. And the goal. Being left open there up front. A formidable top 3 of the 2 Toms and Scan. 2-0. There's the 7th minute. We're into the first quarter. It's 2-0. Coxey's going to come out for Warburton Wanderers, and Tom Griffiths and Grant Morgan and Andy, I think, are coming off. And they're making way for Kirk. Jesus. So Andy's going to come up top, I think, with Jesus coming out into goal. Lots of changes. We're underway with the second cue. Jordan plays it long. Walker finds Dan. He's in the space he wants. He needs to have the shot. Stopped by Jesus. Solid advice by Jake Bugden at the back. Andy's going to take the ball then on the wing. Searching ball all the way across the pitch. Finds the far board. Kirk on the ball now. 1.5 kg down. A hell of a result. Strike! 2-0 it remains. Aid Kendall sees that off. All the way out. Down the wing. Oh, strong dispossession by Lawrence. Dacey's going to play that all the way back to Jesus for safety. Great piece of play. Didn't think Tom even knew he was there. Scan now. Jordan stands off him and Tom Bill's got the ball. Scan again. Jordan remains very much stood off him. Jake finds Lawrence. Tries to play the 1-2. Unsuccessful first time. Finds it in the end. Strike. It's gone wide. Probably not what he wanted to do. Jordan. Strike. Stopped by Kirk. Tom Bill. Jordan making all the run all the way back. Coxey now. Coxey's going to run. Jordan. Down through the middle. That's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jake Bugden picks that up all the way back to Jason. 2-0 it remains. There's a lot going on in this game. Jake strike. Strike! Scan turns and looks to move forward now. Strike! Saved by Jason, what a great save! Week 11 of the Royal Rumble, 11 weeks of losses for him. Jake goes through his legs, so that probably one won't count because he has got the ball. Strike! Straight behind the back of the net. 1-0. And by 1-0 I obviously mean 2-0. Jason, Coxey. Coxey down the line to Lawrence. Kirk in the middle. Control with his chest. It's just gone wide. He's landed in the box. It wouldn't have counted. Jason with a great searching ball. That's going to find Walker here right in front of us. Challenged by Dacey. Gets himself some space to Jake. And we've found on the line down to Dan. Great game of football this. Steve plays across to Coxey. And that's going to trickle into the box. No, it isn't. Coxey now. Ash. Not Ash. Steve. Steve with a run down the wing. Probably not the shot that you wanted, but it is a shot on target. He's a fantastic searching ball. They're getting caught like this. Andy down the middle finds Tom. Coxey dispossessed. Jordan with the ball. That is not what he wanted to do. Strength by Lawrence. By strength, I obviously mean shoulder straight to the back. Saved by Jesus. And that's going to finish with him and end that passage of play. Back to Aid. Kurt's going to throw his legs down the line. Sees Andy. Through the legs of Tom. He's got one more to scan. Can't quite get the power on it, and that falls to Dan. That's going to go all the way back to Jesus, who makes up for that. Anyone that's watching this, if you're still watching this, fair play. Every time I've looked up, I've not been filming the actual game. Jake thought about the strike, didn't take it, took the strike in the end, saved by Jesus. That's going to go all the way over the goal. That's a great ball. Oh, just wide, and by just wide, I mean very wide. Scan. Make some space for himself. Chip by Jason onto the bar. Not sure that happens without him. His hands have gone out of the box. The ball hasn't. Not sure what the rule is there. We haven't given anything. Dacey stops that getting to where it wanted to be. Tom Beale now wins the ball, and he's got the ball over to Scan. Just approaching half time. Tom takes the ball into the corner. Gets it past Jordan. Dacey in lots of space over on this side. He's not going to get the ball. Scan turns, he's pushing forward again. Straight into Tom. That's going to go all the way back to Jesus. And we're going to have half time. Just better check in. Dacey, are you okay? Are you okay? Have you got bodied up there? He's not okay. Lots of tired faces. Lots of tired faces. We could do some zoom while we're... do some player cam action while we're on half time there. That's not really the zoom I wanted. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. This is the stuff you pay for. Oh yes. Okay. Cox is going back in goal. No, not quite there in the goal. There's the Warburton team. They'll be happy. They'll be happy with what they've done so far. They haven't got the numbers. They have got the borrows. It's only 2-0. How close can we get into Jordan's face? No closer. This is the closest. Oh, stop dicking around now and come out. The second half is underway. Flabmengo 2, Warburton Wanderers 0. Tom G, Grant have come back on. Aid's gone off, as well as Tom Beale. Jason remains in goal, Coxey remains outfield. Jordan with the searching ball to Walker, finds him perfectly. That's gone over Kirk. Tries to turn him, doesn't. That's going to go all the way in. Tom G stops down getting the ball. Lawrence Payne. Here comes the pain. I think that probably was. I'm not sure how much Kirk knew about it. He fouls everyone by accident. Grant says, nope. Coxey will take that out the back. It is 2-0 to Flabmengo. However, Warburton are carrying a milestone. So this could go either way. This could go either way on the combined score. Lawrence Payne plays down the middle. Finds Jordan. Jordan with a strike right against Grant's shin, who was stood a yard away from him. Down with a shot! Lawrence with the shot, and it's a save by Jesus. Not sure how much he knew about that. The 2-0 it remains. Andy with the ball. Lovely piece of skill. That's going to fall favourably to Scan, and Jason's not going to let that go for a rebound. We are away now. We're away now. Jake on the ball. Andy in hot pursuit. There's the ball all the way up to Dan. Daisy stops and Kirk gets the ball away. Tom flips and he's away. He's going to take himself more central. Finds Andy. Kirk's there the other end screaming for it. Tom will have the shot. And Kirk mobs that up, sends it in to the box. Jason, Jake. Lovely ball down the middle. Grant's going to dispossess him. And Lawrence says, nope. 2-0. Lawrence. Dan. Lawrence carries on. That's going to come off Grant and Daisy to go all the way back to Jesus. Scan. Grant. Tom's going to push off now, give him the space, give him the option there. That's going to fall to him. Lovely piece of skill. Strike! Bit of frustration creeping in. A few shots from Flabmengo there in a short space of time. We're going to move forward now with Walker. He's going to be challenged by Kirk. Down the line. This is the best chance Warburton have had all day. Is gone. Just over. That was a great strike by Jordan. That's gone all the way away. And Jesus keeps it in. He keeps it in. 2-0 it remains. We've got a game. That's a dummy. Kirk said it was. That's going to fall to Andy. Oh, just a split second too slow. Jordan finds Walker and he's on his way. Stopped by Kirk and Jordan. Not Jordan, Steve. He makes sure that goes awry. Grant Morgan. Grant Morgan now is going to push forward. Lovely ball down the middle to Andy. He's going to hold it up. Coxey says, I'll take that. And Lawrence, strong as an ox, that boy. Just a minute and a half away from the end of the third quarter. This is really where Flabmengo and their extra couple of men are going to come in. Searching ball, that's going to come to me. Lovely battle there for the ball. Scan, he's going to have another go with the ball. Beats his man. Second man's following him. think we can say he's beaten his second man because Jordan's backed off again. Grant. Scan down the middle. Finds Tom Griffiths. He's going to lay it off. Oh, I don't think it was. Certainly wasn't all the way in. Cool as a cucumber. Jordan beats Grant. He's up on the wing. That isn't going to come to anything. Strike! Just wide! Not sure who that came off. I think it was Jordan. Must be a little bit too home and true for it to be Jordan. Jason stopped it though. And it's 2-0. Warburton can nick a goal here and it'll all be back in the game. That isn't the way the play's gone though. Andy, Tom, back to Andy. Not quite. It is now! How has he not scored? How has that happened? Someone checking on Andy after the game. Tom Bill, Aid Kendall, they're going to come on. Grant and Dacey going to make their way off. Lawrence, give us a wave. He's giving us 2 waves. That's what we like. 7 minutes to go. Don't know if it's 6. Search and ball all the way across. No formal notification of presence by Jake. And he gets the ball. Jordan in the middle. Pings it across. Tom, scan. Why he just misses 2 of them? This is a goal away from being very, very interesting. What a game. Scan all the way across. Finds Andy. Andy's going to have a pop. No, he's not. Down the middle. Scan tries to flick it on. Not going to happen. Jason, quick response. Finds Lawrence. Lawrence is going to push forward now. Save! Great strike and a great save. Coxey. He has to be tempted to leather that. That's what I would have done. Dan is just going to dribble just inside the box. Gets the shot. Nothing's given. Goes all the way across. Tom Bill's going to mop that up. Challenged by Lawrence. Lawrence has had a great game. No one's had a bad game here. Aid beats Coxey. Takes it forward. Walker, another one. Could be man of the match. Jordan strike. Saved by Jesus. Just off shot. It was that or drop the camera. You would have seen it either way. Scan. Leaves Jordan standing. Not enough though. The ball is dispossessed again. Andy. Down the line finds Tom Griffiths. That's going to come out to Andy again. The striker just wide. 2 golden opportunities. The first one was more of a titanium opportunity. Lawrence. Lovely ball, Coxey. That's going to go all the way across to Jordan now. Jordan, what's he going to do? He's going to run. Strike. Save. Won't beat Jesus like that. There's Jordan now. He's past Dan. Dan got a fancy the strike. He does. He's just wide. What a game. Lovely challenge by Jake. He finds Dan right on the edge of the box. Dan trying to make some space for himself. Eight's not going to let that happen. Straight behind you is Jordan. That's not going to get the ball. Takes it all the way across. Jordan on the ball now. All the way back to the keeper. 2-0. Lovely. He's just making the most of his time on the ball. Tom Griffiths now, he's going to have some time on the ball. 3 minutes to go. Tom Bill. Takes it all the way into the corner. Challenged by Jordan. He's going to get out of that corner. That's going to trickle all the way back to the Warburton keeper. Jordan back on the ball. There's a goal in this for Warburton. They do deserve it. Tom Griff finds Andy. Scan. Goal. Selfless by Andy Stenterford. Probably the right decision though, because he hasn't been able to shoot today for Toffee. I was hoping he would hear me. He didn't. 3-0. Against the run of play, I would suggest. There have been lots of shots at both ends. You can see the participants for our next game, Harvester and the Red Hot Chubby Fellas on the edge. I imagine we're going to see this out now for the last 2 minutes. Not Dan though. Dan is pushing for it. Fierce. Do we give the free kick? We did give the free kick. Scanny. Tom. Tom's going to push forward. There's the ball down. Well, that's not going to find Tom Bill, and that's laid out to Coxey. Coxey. Jordan. Lawrence. Great turn, and he's away. He's through. Scan making the save at the back. It goes all the way back to Jesus. Can't decide who my man of the match should be, really. It'd be Lawrence or it'd be Steve. Let's give it to Steve. Let's give it to Steve. There he is. All the way home. We're into the final minute now.
Go, go. Come here.
Everyone's played well though. Everyone has played very, very well. A great game to watch. 3-0. Coxey dispossesses Andy. Andy tries to dispossess him, but that's not going to happen. Is he giving that? No, he's not giving that. Great battle. Smiling faces coming out of that. It's falling to the greys. And Walker's down the middle of that ball. He's a little bit too hard. Adrian Kendall will see that all the way back. Hello, Gav. Yeah, very well. Gavin Smith behind me as we look at what might be the last play of this game. Strike, save. And back to keeper. It was the last play of the game. 3-0 to Flabmengo. A good game to watch. Thank you very much.